Ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered to discuss a concept that resonates deeply with each one of us, yet often we hesitate to confront it. Kill the boy and let the man be born. It's a metaphor that calls for profound transformation, a shift from immaturity to maturity, from dependence to self-reliance, from dreaming to achieving. The boy symbolizes the old patterns, the excuses, the fears, the unwillingness to take responsibility. The man represents maturity, wisdom, and the ability to take control of your life. To become the person we are truly meant to be, we must cast aside childish things and embrace the responsibilities that come with adulthood. Imagine this for a moment. The boy lives in a world where everything is someone else's fault, where success is an accident, and where challenges are roadblocks. The man, on the other hand, sees every challenge as an opportunity, understands that the world does not owe him anything, and takes full ownership of his destiny. We all must go through this transformation, but it is not easy. The boy in us resists change. The boy loves comfort and avoids the difficult conversations. The boy wants the rewards without doing the work. But we cannot evolve until we recognize that only by shedding that mindset can we truly rise to greatness. To let the man be born, we must first let go of the old habits, the outdated mindset, and the limiting beliefs that hold us back. Only by doing this can we begin to manifest the life we envision. It is a choice. It is the difference between living by default and living with purpose. So I urge you to take a step forward today. Kill the boy and let the man be born. Own your future. Take control of your actions and do not allow fear, procrastination, or excuses to rule your life. When the man within you is born, nothing can stop you. The boy makes excuses, but the man takes full responsibility for his actions. Own your decisions and the results they bring. The boy shies away from challenges, but the man welcomes them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The boy seeks comfort, but the man understands that greatness comes from stepping outside your comfort zone. The boy seeks instant gratification, but the man knows that delayed gratification leads to greater rewards. Cultivate patience and consistency. The boy blames circumstances or others for his shortcomings, but the man takes full ownership of his life. No one else is responsible for your success. The boy believes that success happens by chance, but the man commits to continuous learning and growth every single day. The boy drifts through life without clear direction, but the man sets clear goals and works relentlessly toward them. The boy depends on others for guidance and support, but the man relies on his own abilities and seeks wisdom from within. The boy is driven by fear and insecurity, but the man embraces courage and makes decisions based on confidence and purpose. The boy waits for things to happen, but the man takes decisive action and creates his own opportunities. Success follows those who act. When it comes to achieving success and making progress in life, there is one fundamental truth that everyone must face. You must take full responsibility for everything that happens to you. The boy, the one who still clings to a mindset of immaturity, will always look for excuses. He'll point fingers at the economy, the people around him, or even fate. He will say, if only I had better circumstances, or if only the world would change, then I could succeed. But this thinking leads nowhere. It keeps him stuck in a cycle of blame and inaction. Now, the man, the one who has evolved beyond those childish tendencies, knows that it's his actions that determine his outcomes. He understands that life is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right conditions. Instead, he takes full ownership of every part of his journey. He doesn't waste time blaming others or complaining about what's not working. He focuses on what he can control: his attitude, his habits, his work ethic. When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You realize that you are in the driver's seat of your life. This shift is powerful because it places you in control, and once you are in control, you can take charge of your future. The world might not always be fair, and challenges will inevitably arise, but the man doesn't use that as a reason to stop moving forward. Instead, he adapts, he learns, and he grows. Responsibility is empowering. When you stop making excuses, you unlock the door to personal power. You realize that everything you need to succeed is already within you. It just takes the decision to own your life and your choices. You no longer wait for things to be handed to you. Instead, you go out and create the life you want to live. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a result of taking responsibility and eliminating the excuses that once held you back. The journey from the boy to the man starts with this mindset shift. It's about moving beyond the limitations of excuses and stepping into the boundless possibilities that responsibility brings. When you embrace this, nothing can stand in your way. Success is not something that comes to those who avoid challenges, No, success is found by those who embrace challenges, who run toward them instead of away from them. The boy, the one who hasn't yet fully understood the importance of growth, views challenges as obstacles, as things to be feared or avoided. He sees a challenge and immediately thinks it will take too much effort, that it will be too hard, or that he just doesn't have what it takes to overcome it. And so he turns around looking for the easy way out, hoping for a shortcut. But the man, he sees things differently. He understands that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. He doesn't run from difficulty, he runs toward it. He knows that within every obstacle lies the potential for a lesson, for personal growth, and for a deeper understanding of himself. Challenges are not something to dread, they are the building blocks of a strong, successful character. You see, when you embrace challenges, you transform. You stop seeing them as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones that push you to new heights. It's through the tough times, the moments that test your limits, that you discover what you're truly made of. It's easy to feel motivated when everything is going smoothly. But real strength is built when things aren't easy, when the path gets rocky, and when the pressure is on. The man welcomes those moments because he knows that only through them will he gain the experience and wisdom that separate the average from the exceptional. It's in the struggle that you learn the most. It's when you're forced to dig deep that you uncover strengths you never knew you had. So if you want to become the person you are capable of being, you have to embrace the challenges that come your way. Don't avoid them. Don't wish for them to go away. Instead, step forward with confidence, knowing that each challenge is a chance to improve, to evolve, and to move one step closer to your true potential. The man understands that growth doesn't come from avoiding difficulty. It comes from facing it head on, and when you do, you'll find that every challenge you face only makes you stronger. One of the most common traps that many fall into is the pursuit of comfort. The boy in his early years seeks comfort above all else. He wants the easiest path, the least resistance, the instant rewards. He'll choose the cozy, familiar, and predictable way because it feels good in the moment. But the problem with comfort is that it keeps you stagnant. It keeps you from growing. It keeps you from achieving your full potential. The boy doesn't yet understand that comfort often stands in the way of real success. The man, however, understands the value of purpose over comfort. He knows that while comfort may feel good for a while, it's purpose that drives long-term fulfillment and achievement. The man doesn't chase the easy life. He chases a life of meaning, of impact, of growth. He understands that every worthwhile goal requires effort, sacrifice, and a willingness to push beyond what's comfortable. When you focus on purpose, you're no longer looking for shortcuts. You're no longer distracted by the fleeting satisfaction of immediate gratification. Instead, you're aligned with something greater than yourself. A mission, a vision, a goal that ignites your passion and drives you forward. The man knows that purpose pulls him out of his comfort zone and forces him to take action when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, and when others might quit. But that's where the magic happens, outside of comfort. If you want to reach new heights in life, you must commit to your purpose, even when it means stepping into discomfort. When you make the decision to pursue something meaningful, something that stretches you, something that demands your very best, you are choosing growth over ease. You're choosing a future that's far greater than the temporary relief of comfort. Purpose requires effort. It requires persistence. It requires stepping into situations where you don't always have all the answers, where you may feel uncertain, and where the outcome is not guaranteed. But it's through that journey, the journey of overcoming discomfort in pursuit of something bigger, that you find true success and fulfillment. So the question you must ask yourself is, what is your purpose? And are you willing to choose it over comfort? Because when you do, you unlock your potential. You begin living with intention, with passion, and with a sense of fulfillment that comfort can never offer. Purpose isn't easy, but it's always worth it. Self-discipline is the difference between those who talk about their dreams and those who achieve them. The boy has big ideas, big ambitions, but lacks the discipline to see them through. He starts projects with enthusiasm, but quickly abandons them when things get tough or when the excitement fades. The boy is driven by fleeting emotions, by the ups and downs of motivation. When he feels like it, he works hard, but when he doesn't, he quits. The man, on the other hand, understands that discipline is not about feelings. It's about commitment. It's about doing the work regardless of how you feel in the moment. The man knows that success isn't about having one burst of energy or one great idea. Success is about the consistent, often mundane daily actions that add up over time. It's about the ability to keep going when the novelty wears off and when the excitement is gone. Self-discipline is the ability to make the right choice, the necessary choice, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. The man wakes up early, even when he doesn't feel like it. He works when he's tired, not because he's trying to impress others, but because he's committed to his own goals. Self-discipline is the foundation that allows the man to keep moving forward even when there's no immediate reward. It's the practice of prioritizing long-term goals over short-term satisfaction. The boy may indulge in distractions and instant pleasures, but the man understands that these are fleeting and don't lead to real success. Every day is a choice between doing what's easy and doing what's necessary. When you practice self-discipline, you choose the latter. You choose to take small, deliberate actions that bring you closer to your goals, even when the results aren't immediate. You choose to show up, to put in the work, even when it seems like no one is watching. Over time, that consistency compounds and leads to massive progress. If you want to build a life of achievement, self-discipline is the key that unlocks that door. It's what allows you to push through the tough times and continue toward your vision. Discipline is what separates the people who dream from the people who do. When you master it, you master your own future. The boy may talk about what he wants, but the man goes out and gets it, one disciplined step at a time. Blaming others is one of the most insidious habits that keeps people stuck in mediocrity. The boy looks around at the world and points his finger at everything and everyone that isn't going the way he wants. It's always someone else's fault, the economy, his upbringing, the people around him, or even the circumstances he's in. He convinces himself that if only the world would change, then things would be better, then he could succeed. But this kind of thinking is a trap. It keeps him powerless, always waiting for something outside of himself to change before he takes any meaningful action. The man, however, has learned to stop blaming others. He understands that blaming the world for his misfortunes only keeps him from creating the life he truly desires. He knows that he cannot control other people or events, but he can always control his own response. The man doesn't wait for the world to change. He changes himself and takes full responsibility for his actions and decisions. When things go wrong, he doesn't look outward. He looks inward and asks himself, what could I have done differently? The power lies in taking responsibility. When you stop blaming others, you stop giving away your power. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your own reality. By taking responsibility, you take control. You realize that regardless of the situation, you have the ability to choose how to respond, how to learn, and how to move forward. Blaming others only keeps you in a cycle of inaction, while taking responsibility moves you toward progress. The man knows that life is full of challenges, and not everything is within his control, but he never uses that as an excuse to remain stagnant. He takes ownership of his mistakes, learns from them, and uses them as stepping stones to do better next time. It's through this process of accountability that he grows stronger, wiser, and more resilient. He doesn't spend time blaming the past or the people around him for what's gone wrong. He focuses on what he can do right now to change his future. If you want to unlock your full potential, the first step is to stop blaming others. Stop waiting for someone else to fix things. It's not the world's job to make your dreams come true. It's yours. When you stop blaming, you free yourself from the chains of victimhood and step into the role of an empowered, proactive individual. And that's where the real growth begins. Commitment to growth is what separates those who dream about success from those who actually achieve it. The boy, when faced with challenges, often chooses the easy path, the one that requires the least effort. He believes that success should come quickly, effortlessly, and without struggle. When things don't go according to plan, he gives up or looks for excuses. His growth is sporadic, dependent on fleeting moments of motivation. He doesn't understand that real, lasting success requires a commitment that goes beyond just a desire for change. It requires a dedication to continuous self-improvement, day in and day out. The man, however, understands that growth is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. He's committed to becoming better every single day. He knows that growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens through intention, effort, and constant learning. The man seeks knowledge, adapts to change, and is always looking for ways to improve himself, whether that's in his career, relationships, health, or mindset. He knows that his potential is limitless, but only if he is willing to keep pushing himself to new levels. Commitment to growth means accepting that you will never know everything, but you're always willing to learn something new. It means facing discomfort and stepping outside of what is familiar because you know that growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. The man is never satisfied with where he is. He constantly seeks to expand his abilities, to improve his habits, and to increase his understanding. He doesn't rest on his laurels. He doesn't say, I've learned enough, or I've done enough. He understands that the path to greatness is paved with a willingness to grow and evolve. Growth requires discipline. It requires persistence. It requires a level of resilience that the boy simply hasn't developed yet. When the man faces setbacks, he doesn't quit or get discouraged. He uses those setbacks as lessons to improve and to get better next time. The man isn't afraid of failure because he knows that failure is just part of the process of growth. The boy may let failure defeat him, but the man learns from it and uses it as fuel for future success. The commitment to growth is what propels you forward even when things get tough. It's what keeps you moving when others have given up. It's the relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself, and it doesn't happen overnight. But every day, every decision, and every step toward improvement adds up. If you want to create a life of meaning, purpose, and success, the foundation has to be your commitment to growth. Without it, all the desire and dreams in the world will remain just that, dreams. But with a commitment to growth, you'll turn those dreams into reality, one step at a time. A goal-oriented mindset is the cornerstone of achievement. The boy, full of hope and ideas, often finds himself drifting through life without a clear direction. He may have vague aspirations, but he doesn't take the time to define them, to set a course of action. His days are spent reacting to circumstances rather than actively shaping his future. He might say, "I want to be successful," but without a specific goal, success remains elusive. He's busy, but his busyness doesn't lead him anywhere because he hasn't clearly defined where he's headed. The man, however, operates with intention. He knows that success doesn't happen by chance. It happens when you set clear, specific goals and work towards them with purpose. A goal-oriented mindset is the difference between drifting through life and steering your ship toward the destination you desire. The man doesn't leave his future up to fate. He takes full control of it. He knows that without goals, life can feel chaotic, like a ship sailing without a rudder. Goals are the rudder that keeps him on course, no matter the storm or distraction. Setting goals gives you clarity. When you're clear about what you want, you can focus your energy on achieving it. You no longer waste time on distractions that don't align with your purpose. The man understands that every decision he makes should be aligned with his goals. When he wakes up each morning, he doesn't just react to the world around him. He wakes up with intention, knowing exactly what he needs to do to move closer to his goals. He prioritizes his actions and he remains disciplined, even when it's difficult, because he knows that every step forward counts. Having a goal-oriented mindset means you have a vision of where you want to go, but you also understand the journey it takes to get there. The man doesn't expect success to come overnight, and he knows that each goal will require consistent effort, sacrifices, and adjustments along the way. He is committed to the process, knowing that the pursuit of his goals is just as valuable as achieving them. In fact, it's the pursuit that helps him grow, learn, and become the person he needs to be in order to reach his next set of goals. A goal-oriented mindset gives you the ability to measure progress. The boy may get discouraged when things aren't going perfectly, but the man uses goals to track his growth, to celebrate the small wins, and to keep himself motivated. Every milestone, no matter how small, is a sign that he's moving in the right direction. If you want to live a life of purpose and achievement, you must embrace a goal-oriented mindset. Set clear goals that challenge you, that push you beyond what you thought was possible. Create a roadmap for your success and make sure every decision you make is in alignment with that path. When you are focused on your goals, the obstacles become part of the journey, not roadblocks. The man knows that the pursuit of a worthy goal is what drives him to greatness, and he stays committed to the process, no matter how long it takes. Self-reliance is the foundation upon which true success is built. The boy, in his early years, looks to others for guidance, for support, and often for validation. He believes that he needs others to succeed, that his happiness and success are dependent on the approval or assistance of those around him. He waits for someone to give him a chance, to open doors for him, or to tell him what to do next. This mindset of dependency leaves him vulnerable because it places his future in the hands of others, and it limits his potential. The man, however, understands that his success begins and ends with himself. He doesn't wait for others to tell him what he should do or how he should do it. He knows that if he wants something, he has to go out and get it on his own. Self-reliance is the ability to take control of your own life, to make decisions independently, and to trust your own instincts and abilities. The man recognizes that he is ultimately responsible for his own success and fulfillment. He doesn't look for others to create opportunities for him. He creates opportunities for himself. When you are self-reliant, you stop relying on external factors to define your happiness or success. You stop blaming others for your situation. Instead, you take full responsibility for your circumstances and understand that the power to change lies within you. The man doesn't need to wait for the perfect conditions or for someone to give him permission to succeed. He understands that he has the ability to create his own circumstances through the choices he makes and the actions he takes. Self-reliance also means building the skills, mindset, and discipline necessary to thrive independently. The man is constantly working on himself, whether it's his skills, his knowledge, or his mindset. He understands that the more self-sufficient he becomes, the more powerful he becomes. He doesn't expect others to do things for him. He learns, adapts, and takes action on his own. And when he faces challenges, he doesn't look for someone to solve them for him. He rolls up his sleeves and figures it out because he knows that through every struggle and every challenge, he is building the strength and experience needed to succeed. Being self-reliant doesn't mean you don't seek advice or collaboration. It means you stand firm in your own decisions and don't let others dictate your path. You are open to learning from others, but you don't rely on them to determine your worth or your direction. You take the lessons you learn and use them to sharpen your own judgment and capabilities. The man is not swayed by the opinions of others or held back by fear of criticism. He trusts his own judgment, learns from his mistakes, and keeps moving forward. Self-reliance is not about isolation. It's about empowerment. When you stop depending on others to make things happen for you, you unlock a power within yourself that you never knew existed. You become the creator of your own destiny. You become the person who makes things happen rather than waiting for things to happen to you. The more self-reliant you are, the more control you have over your life, your outcomes, and your future. And that is where true freedom and success lie, within yourself. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to success, and for many it becomes a constant companion, holding them back from reaching their true potential. The boy is often paralyzed by fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of making mistakes. These fears control his actions, or rather, his lack of actions. He dreams of success, but when it comes time to act, he hesitates. He imagines all the things that could go wrong, all the ways things could fall apart, and so he stays stuck in his comfort zone, never moving forward. Fear becomes a self-imposed prison, keeping him locked away from the life he truly wants. The man, however, understands that fear is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control him. He doesn't wait for fear to disappear because he knows that fear never fully goes away. It simply becomes something you learn to manage. The man faces fear head-on, acknowledging it but not letting it stop him. He understands that every time he takes a step outside of his comfort zone, he grows stronger and more capable. Fear may show up, but it doesn't get to decide his actions. When you let go of fear, you begin to break free from the chains that hold you back. Fear thrives on uncertainty, on the unknown, and the boy often gets overwhelmed by it. But the man knows that fear diminishes when you take action. The more you move forward, the less power fear has over you. It's not that the man doesn't feel fear. It's that he understands fear is not a reason to stop. It's simply a signal that you're on the edge of growth, that you're about to do something that will push you to become a better, stronger version of yourself. Letting go of fear is about shifting your focus. Instead of worrying about the things that could go wrong, the man focuses on the things that could go right. He understands that every risk has the potential for reward. He's not reckless, but he's not afraid to step into the unknown, to take calculated risks in the pursuit of his goals. He knows that by taking action, by doing what scares him, he is creating new opportunities and opening new doors. Fear often comes from the stories we tell ourselves. We imagine the worst possible outcome, but rarely do those outcomes actually come to pass. The man doesn't let these imagined scenarios rule his life. He learns to replace fear with confidence, with the belief that he has the strength to handle whatever comes his way. When he encounters setbacks or failures, he doesn't let them paralyze him with fear. Instead, he uses them as lessons to grow, to adapt, and to improve. Letting go of fear means trusting yourself, trusting your abilities, and trusting the process. It means understanding that failure isn't something to fear, but something to learn from. It's about embracing uncertainty and seeing it not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. Every time you push past fear, you build resilience. You learn that fear doesn't have the power to stop you unless you let it. If you want to succeed, you must let go of fear. You must choose courage over comfort, action over hesitation, and growth over staying stuck. Fear will always try to hold you back, but you have the power to move forward anyway. And the more you do, the less fear will have a hold on you. Eventually, it will become a distant echo in the background, and you will find yourself living a life defined by boldness, not by hesitation. Let go of fear and you'll unlock the true freedom to achieve everything you're capable of.